Well, hello, YouTube. It's come to my attention while studying the words of the Bible that when a man willingly surrenders his wife in open dialogue with another man, like two men and one woman are talking, one man is married to the woman, and in open dialogue, he convinces that man to give up his wife. It is called a cuckold. And since you agreed to become a cuckold just to walk into the house of Jesus, then it is not something that you should be proud of. But furthermore, after you get done giving your wife up to walk into the door of Jesus, you will also surrender and become his newlywed bride, as only the men marry Jesus at the wedding supper of the Lamb. So you've agreed to divorce your wife and marry a stranger. A stranger that you will be a slave to, because you've been bought with a price. You're not your own, but you are a slave of Christ. So you've agreed to become the slave bride to a stranger groom after giving your bride up to the very man you gave her up to, in the most amount of disgrace that a human could ever accomplish against themselves as a Christian man. And these are the words I say to prove that you should not be proud of yourselves at all. You should be ashamed, and you should be recanting your baptism, which was the rejection and the defecting of the human spirit and the human species that you did when you were baptized. You defected from humanity, and you agreed to be made into another different species in the next existence and given power of your artistic license over your genetical reassignment of your genus of species to another male alien, while you would not let your wife tell you what to wear tonight. Because that's how smart you are, right, faggot Christian? Just brilliant as can be, right, faggot? You are a faggot, and you're a faggot to not admit that you're a faggot by these words. So each man who's a Christian has been made the most silliest faggist that he could possibly be, and there's no chance he has it, while simultaneously pretending that it was right for you to not even let your wife tell you what to wear tonight. You would let another male alien tell your body what to wear when he made you the angel of his choosing, and you became his newlywed bride after giving up your wife just to walk into his door. So since that's the most amount of disrespect that any human has ever heard spoken in words that would be accomplished in deed, then you can't pretend that you're proud to be a male and to be a Christian any longer in the sight of these words, each and every faggot on the planet. You're a man who would surrender his wife just based on a book that had threatened you, and you would cough her up. But let alone that, you would allow that same person who you gave your wife up to make you into his newlywed bride. Then that's the most amount of disrespect anyone could do to you as a human. Quit pretending like you're proud to be a Christian, every faggot on the face. Filthiest faggots on the fucking face of the planet. And since Jesus does make you a faggot, because anyone that marries another man in the way a man marries a woman, and that is the exact marriage there is, cannot not be a homosexual. Since there is no evidence on earth to prove that any event that occurred with two men marrying that wasn't for a homosexual reason, you will have to be a homo the second you marry Jesus. So worshiping Jesus does send you to hell, so quit pretending like he's